Well, a lot of that had to do with these new characters, Penguin, Catwoman. A lot of that new energy came from that sort of thing. Also, just on a more technical level, I worked with some different people. We shot it in Los Angeles as opposed to England, and we worked with other writers and designer and stuff. So that gave it another kind of flavor and energy also. And these things just take on a life of their own. Yeah, it's winter time in Gotham, and we shot it, different areas of Gotham City. Yeah, so it's got a different feel. I always liked those themes, and that's why I was, I think, initially drawn to the Batman material, especially, for comic books. I always found it to be the most psychologically complex in terms of psychologically complex as comics can get, But those themes of duality and splits and all, something that I can relate to and like very much. Well, I never felt that way until I was made to feel that way by other people. There's so much categorization that goes on in life that, because you're pretty pure when you are born, I believe, and you don't start getting these weird thoughts until people start sort of planting them in your head. So I never felt that way really until I was sort of put in that position, and then I started to sort of feel a little stranger. Yeah. Well, actually fairly easy. I mean, Danny DeVito's so great, and the challenge with that was coming up with a great character and stuff, and just working with him on that was so much fun. And that was the character that probably went through the most development. It's probably the most different from the comics in a way, and like that very, very much. He's a real pleasure to work with. And Michelle, same thing. I mean, she's a great actress, and I was incredibly amazed by what she did physically and the torture she went through to achieve this kind of thing. And she was incredible, And so those are the things that keep you going. Watching, and Michael I've worked with before, and he came into it very, very strong. All of these people, and Christopher Walken, who I just love, all of these characters, they're, that's what's the pleasure, is watching them. Well, no, something about the world of Batman, I don't know. Again, it just seems to call for that kind of feeling. There's this city at night and these sort of symbolic characters kind of roaming around. There's something about it that just is very appealing and attractive, and it seems to just call for that kind of world. So that's really the reason. Yeah, I'm just going to start firing people now. Yeah, just use that cloud. No, I don't know. I don't feel that way. I don't use that. I don't think that way because it's also unreal. It's such an industry based on how well somebody does and not necessarily on talent as much. And so I choose not to get involved and try not to get egotistical about any of that, and try not to get engaged in that sort of behavior. No, I keep reading all these things I'm doing, and I get tired. I feel like I read all this stuff, and I get tired because it's like I've done it or something. I don't have anything right now that I'm necessarily see what happens.